So there's no way around it. Things suck right now. Um, we're in the middle of a global pandemic. Uh, I live in Manhattan, downtown Manhattan. Um, I hear the ambulance sirens going up the road, and I'm in the back of a building. There's um, this weight of anxiety when you go outside. There's very few people. Everything's closed down, so there's no way around it. We are living in extremely stressful, life-changing times right now. Like, things will not be the same. Now, we can choose to see that as a negative, or we can choose to see that as a positive. So here at Change Food, what I'm going to be doing is writing blog posts, but also doing these videos just to give you some tips on what you can do. Some will be food related, some will be health related. All will be to help you take care of yourself, your loved ones, and your neighborhood. So I think the most important thing is you have to take care of yourself first. If you're not healthy, if you're not feeling well, you're not really going to be able to take care of others. Now, having said that, the way I dealt with things to begin with was to organize my neighborhood in the East Village and to set up a bunch of volunteers to go and help neighbors. And I did that to the point where I started having anxiety attacks. So I'm still doing it, but I have to pull back and do a little self-care. So the first thing that I did that might sound counterintuitive, but that I find helps for me, is when I'm feeling anxious or I'm feeling panic or any type of emotion. I mean, I actually have had a lot of anger, which I'll get into in the future, but it's been a little crazy. Like, I don't have a paycheck right now, so filing for unemployment, I've thrown the phone across the room. I mean, I've been a lunatic. So what happens when you feel something? I believe the way to deal with it is to get through it. You have to acknowledge it. So if you're feeling a certain feeling, just stop and sit into it, stand into it, feel into it. What is it you're feeling? And then where in your body are you feeling it? What that's doing is, by feeling it, you're validating the feeling. You're acknowledging that you're having that feeling. This is the only way you're going to process it. Secondly, by thinking about where in your body that feeling is, you then are separating yourself from it. So you are not your feelings. Your feelings are just something you feel. Once you do that, and this, I still have issues with, not issues, but challenges with this, then you let it go. Think of it as something separate from you. It is your feeling, but it's just a feeling. You are the silence beneath the storm. You are the silence at the bottom of the ocean. So feel it and then just let it go. And then what's important is to breathe. I'll get more into meditation. It's not a scary thing. Just, if you start to feel anxious, if you can't do anything, because sometimes it's hard to think, just stop. 3 deep breaths. 3 deep breaths, like full. Try to hold for 2 seconds, let out, hold for 2 seconds. Do it 3 times. That will lower your blood pressure. That will help root you back into the ground. So that's my tip for the day. I'm going to try to give different tips as the days go by. There is a lot of stuff going on. Like I mentioned, I have organized my neighborhood, so I have some resource documents that I'll share with you. There is a lot going on, not just in New York City, but around the country. And wherever you are, please take care. You might be in a part of the country or the world where it hasn't affected you much yet. I'm not trying to scare you and say it's coming. I'm just saying, I wanted to say hold tight to your loved ones, but, are we ever going to be able to hug each other again? It's I don't know. It's really crazy what's going on. So take care of yourself. Send love. If you're a spiritual person, pray. I mean, pray for yourself, pray for others, but just try to sit rooted in gratitude. I know this is scary. I know there's a lot going on. I know a lot of us have lost our jobs. I know that there's so much fear and panic. Just find something to be grateful for. Find 3 things. Like, I'm grateful I have heat in my apartment. I'm grateful that I still have water. And I'm grateful right now I'm healthy. I was sick a month or so ago, which is why I started these videos and I've been going back and forth, but I really wasn't feeling well. I don't think it was COVID-19. Don't get me started on testing. But I was really fatigued and out for the count. So take care of yourself, be well, and this is Diane from Change Food. I will be back with more. I'm trying to do one of these every day. They will get shorter, I promise. Be well.